about roles in your house? Because I was speaking to a friend, and and I think out of just it being easiest, we've fallen into natural roles. I never take out the bins, and he takes out the bins, but I do more of the cooking, and that's so not. I'm not traditional like that at all, and I get on my high horse about things. But naturally, I'm like, we've fallen into really traditional roles here.
Right.
Is it like that at all in your family?
Yeah, Ben, he does the gardening, and Lee takes out the rubbish, and Mum and I share the cooking, and Lee and Gypsy tend to do the washing up if we've cooked.
Yeah.
I love to keep spaces orderly. So I'll constantly go and, put the cushions back on and plump them up, and keep benches clean and keep all of that kind of gear. So we have some traditional things going on in the house for sure. But when you're living, it's like a shared house when you're living with parents, grandparents and with children, and it's getting to a point now we're sort of almost growing in and out of that kind of universe. But we have to make it happen because it's the way it's the pay we get. Our pay for doing it that way is we get to do everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
So you all still live in the same house. Mm-hmm. How incredible. Do you sometimes ever go, I just want a fucking minute to myself?
Ask
Give me
Kim
the house.
Yes. Yeah, sure. And
do you have your own bathroom?
Yes.
Thank God. That's the key to any happy arrangement, I think, is your own bathroom.
That's true. Well, these two, they're not quite your everyday grandparents.
Let's get a shot of. Can we get you on camera?
Can we get you? Yeah, Venice. Ben is a piano restorer and one of the world's finest tuners. Actually, there's a funny story about that. Anyway, that's okay. He used to tune our piano when I was a kid.
Right.
And Ben used to live up in the hills, and he was a hippie and smoked lots of pot and sort of lived up there for 1,000 years, it seemed, until one day he came out of this cloud of
bong smoke
and came down to the city. And had always known the family, and anyway, one thing led to another, and he met up with my mum again. And my mum at that stage was not in a great way, for reasons that are explained in the book. And they met, and he was sort of like her recovery, if you will, and kind of brought her back to life.
Right.
Completely. And then the thing that they both pledged each other at the time when they got married was that they would never, ever not be themselves or have their own life. So we live with two very mature, it's as though they were not necessarily my mum and dad to live with them, but actually they're adults we know, who we particularly respect and mutually have a working relationship with. So it's a bit like it is a bit hippie, isn't it? It's kind of like
it's very hippie. It's probably very normal to you. It's super hippie.
It is super hippie. Yeah. It is. As I'm saying it, I'm like short of having the grass out in the backyard.
You live in a commune. Yeah.
He's very good at gardening. Let's put it that way.
Perfect.